Once this installation is completed, you can open Jupyter Notebook by typing here. So this is the Jupyter Notebook, which is already installed with Anaconda distribution. And another way of opening this Spider and Jupyter Notebook is by using the Anaconda Navigator. So once you have properly installed the Anaconda distribution, type Anaconda Navigator. So this is the Anaconda Navigator. So double click here and start the Anaconda Navigator. Okay. So this is the Jupyter Notebook. So this Jupyter Notebook opens up in a browser. So this is the browser where it opens up. So this is the home page of Jupyter Notebook. So these are the different file names, folder names, and you can create your new file by clicking this button, which is new, and from the drop down menu you can select Python 3 to create a Python file. You can also create text file, folders, terminals. So just click Python 3. So it's still getting installed. I have already installed Anaconda. That's why I'm showing you the further steps. So in this way you can create a new file in the Jupyter Notebook. So this is Untitled 15. So you can rename this file. So basically we are going to develop Pygame application. So first we will see some basics of Pygame and then we will proceed with it. Okay, and rename this. So this is the Pygame. This is the new file which we have created. Now if you want to install the Pygame library, so you can do that with the help of pip command. So pip install Pygame is the command to install the Pygame library. Now the thing is, you can directly write this command here and press the run button. So this is the easiest way to install any library here in Jupyter Notebook. So write pip install Pygame and run this command. It will take few seconds to install Pygame. So these are the pop-ups for Anaconda Navigator which we are getting right now. So wait for some time. So this Pygame is getting installed. Meanwhile, I'll show you Anaconda Navigator. So this is the Anaconda Navigator which is getting initialized. Pip install Pygame. We wrote this command to install the Pygame and we got the message which is requirement already satisfied. It means that I have already installed this Pygame package. That's why I got this reply that the Pygame is already installed and you need to restart the kernel to use the updated package. If you have already installed the Pygame, updated if you write this command. So this is one way of installing the Pygame in Anaconda. The another way of installing any library is through the prompt. There is an Anaconda prompt. When you install Anaconda, you will also get an Anaconda prompt. So this is the Anaconda prompt. So double click here and from this console, this terminal, you can also install the different libraries and packages in the Python. So instead of writing the command in the Jupyter, you can also write the same command here, which is pip install Pygame. Again, it will take some time to check. See, we got the message which is requirement already satisfied. If in your case, if you have not installed the Pygame, then it will take some amount of time to install the Pygame. But the command is same. Just write pip install Pygame and wait for some time and the Pygame will be installed in your system. In my case, it is already installed. That's why I got message which is requirement already satisfied. Now let's check if the Pygame is properly installed or not. To check any software or library if it is installed properly or not, you have to write the command which is import Pygame. So now we will try to import the Pygame, and if this Pygame is properly installed, then it will be successfully, we will get the successful output. That is, there will be no error while running it. So write import Pygame and just run this cell. So it's taking some time to verify. Star means it's running. So Pygame contains different features which you require to create a game. Pygame is a library of Python which we have just downloaded and now we are trying to import it. So usually it doesn't take so much time. Actually, I'm running multiple processes. That's why I think it's taking time. What I'll do is I'll just close this, and now we will restart the kernel, and we will again test. Okay, restart and write import pygame. Okay, it's taking some time. So meanwhile, I'll show you what is Anaconda Navigator. So just minimize this. Okay, so this is the Anaconda Navigator. After installing the Anaconda, you will get the Anaconda Navigator. You can open that by writing here like Anaconda Navigator. So this Anaconda Navigator homepage contains different IDs like Notebook, Spider. So these are the two IDs which are already come pre-installed with Anaconda, and these are the different ID like Orange 3, R Studio, VS Code. So if you want to use R programming, then there is a tool which is R Studio, which comes with Anaconda distribution. So this is the environment tab. So you can create your own environment in Anaconda. Okay, so if you want to check the different libraries which are installed or not installed, just click this drop down menu, and from this drop down menu you can check different commands which are installed, the commands which are not installed, updatable commands, then selected commands. Okay, so let's check if we get pygame here. So write pygame and here click not installed. Okay, so pygame is not present here. So that's why we used the command which is pip command. So in case if there are many libraries which are there here in this Anaconda Navigator. For example, if you want to install the TensorFlow is the framework for deep learning. So you can directly install any software by just clicking here and press the apply button, and that particular library gets installed very easily. So if you want to install any library, first check whether it is present in Anaconda Navigator. If it is present, then your work is easy. You just have to click here and you just have to press the apply button. Or in case if you are not able to find that particular library in Anaconda distribution, then you can use the Anaconda prompt. From there you can write the command to install the particular library, or you can directly write a command in Jupyter Notebook if such type of command is there. Okay, now let's go back and check if it's installed or not. See, we got the message that pygame 1.9.6, the version is 1.9.6. It is successfully installed. So we got this message. It means that it is successfully installed. Pygame is installed. So in this way, we learned how to install the Anaconda distribution, that is Python. We also checked out different IDEs like Jupyter Notebook, and we also installed the pygame, which is the necessary library for the programming. Now let's check the Spider ID as well, and you can choose any one. Like you can also use Jupyter Notebook, or you can use Spider ID, and if you want to use PyCharm, then you can also go for it. So if you want to open this Spider ID, you can press this launch button, but it will take some amount of time to open because launch this type takes time. So you can write here like Spider and click here to open the Spider ID. When you use any software for the first time, it will take some time to load. You can also press this launch button. Now let's check another ID, which is Spider. So you can open Spider ID by typing here. You will get that application, that editor. You can double click and open. And another way to open that Spider ID is using Anaconda Navigator. So this is the Spider ID. If you want to open this Spider ID, you can also click here on the launch button, and it will get launched. So this is the Spider ID which I have already opened for you. So this is the area where you can write your code, and this is the console area where you get the output. So you can also write the code here. So there are different tools and support which is available. You can debug your code, you can run your code. So there are different options which are already given in Spider ID as well. So you can also use this Spider ID for the development of the game. So whichever is convenient for you, you can go for it. PyCharm, Spider, Jupyter, Sublime Text, anyone, whichever is convenient for you. So in this way, we learned about different IDs, as well as we see how to install Anaconda distribution, how to install pygame. So now let's start with the another topic,